What if I told you that a simple kid's toy could be the secret key to unlocking a billion-dollar skill? It sounds kind of crazy, right? But today we're diving into a concept called predictive entertainment. And it's all about how playing a game could forge a career in the high-stakes world of finance. Let's get into it. So let's really think about this question. It's pretty provocative. Imagine a simple toy, something you'd find on any store shelf. Not just being a fun distraction, but the actual key to unlocking a massively valuable skill. A skill for navigating the global financial markets. That's the huge idea we're unpacking here. Okay, so why is this even a thing? What's the problem we're trying to solve? Well, it's aimed squarely at what a lot of people are calling a coming career crisis. The world is changing fast, and the rapid rise of AI is seriously shaking up traditional career paths. On one hand, you've got the old guard. Doctors, lawyers, the jobs we were all told to aim for. But the argument here is that these fields are becoming rigid, and worse, they're directly in the line of fire from AI. And on the other hand, a totally new path, the AI quant scientist. This isn't about being threatened by AI. It's about becoming a master of AI, building a real, verifiable track record in the process. So how do you even get started on this new path? Well, it's actually way simpler than you might think. The entry point isn't a stuffy classroom or a complicated textbook. It starts with something you can hold in your hand. The whole process is brilliantly simple. It starts with a $1 collectible toy. You open it up, and inside there's a unique QR code. You just scan it with your phone, and bam, it unlocks a virtual portfolio. From there, with just a single click, you can go live. It bridges that gap between a physical toy and a real digital financial experience. And here's the key part of the whole thing. That $1 toy, it unlocks a virtual portfolio that starts with a value of $1,000. That's not a typo, a 1000x multiplier right out of the gate to give you a serious starting point for this whole learning experience. So you've got this virtual stake, this $1,000 to play with, but what's the engine driving all of this? This is where we get into the core technology, a powerful, predictive AI. Let's take a look at what makes this AI so different and the incredible team behind it. Now, it's really important to understand that not all AI is the same. You've probably used something like ChatGPT, right? That kind of AI is all about predicting the next word in a sentence. It's based on the incredible work of Geoffrey Hinton. But the AI we're talking about here is a totally different beast. Its only job is to predict the next market move, and it's inspired by the legendary work of Peter Brown and Robert Mercer. You see, this tech didn't just appear out of thin air. It's built on a legacy of huge breakthroughs. It all started back in the 80s, when IBM scientists, including Brown and Mercer, figured out how to find signals in the noise of human speech. Then, in the 90s, the legendary investor Jim Simons applied that same logic to find tiny predictive signals in the chaos of financial markets. This system, it's the next logical step in that evolution. So who are the people building this? Well, the team has some serious credentials. Their AI research roots go all the way back to the 1990s, and they're standing on the shoulders of giants like Renaissance and Geoffrey Hinton. And now they're mentoring a new generation of brilliant young AI scientists, all led by a chief investment officer who used to manage assets at Man Financial, the world's largest hedge fund with $200 billion under management. Okay, so the whole learning process is built around a single target. And that target is to make a daily return of just 0.16%. I know, that number looks tiny, almost insignificant, but trust me, it's the foundation for the entire method. Because this is where the mind-blowing power of compounding kicks in. That tiny, tiny daily goal, if you can hit it consistently, compounds into a 66% annual return. And just for context, that's the same legendary return rate that Jim Simons' Medallion Fund achieved over the long run by making tons of tiny, consistent gains. But this whole thing is bigger than just one person learning a skill. The vision scales up into a massive ecosystem they call winning commerce. It's a whole new way of thinking about how we get the things we want. The mantra is simple but revolutionary. Forget add to cart. This is all about moving away from traditional e-commerce. Imagine a marketplace where you don't just buy the coolest, most sought-after items. You win them by proving your skill in this predictive game. The market strategy here is pretty clever. They're taking the already huge multi-billion-dollar collectibles market and fusing it with this brand new category of AI predictive entertainment. And the potential they see? A total addressable market of almost $30 billion. And look, this isn't just an idea on a whiteboard. They've got real progress to back it up. We're talking 500 grand in revenue from a previous AI product for banks, a $20 million valuation from Vertex Ventures, and they've secured funding from Morningside. Plus, they're getting positive feedback from massive players like Tencent, the Pokemon Company, and PopMart. This thing has momentum. So when you boil it all down, what's really happening here? It's about turning a static, physical object, a toy, into a gateway for a dynamic, data-driven experience. The goal is to build an entire ecosystem that can spot and nurture these incredible quantitative skills, starting from a really young age. The proposition here is that by combining beloved characters, the viral fun of collectibles, and a powerful predictive AI, we could see an entirely new genre emerge. This could be the next great wave in AI-driven culture. Which, leaves us with one final thought. Are you ready to play the future?